checking in those bags, shopping when we land. Big FN bag of ballin'. Plead the fifth if I get caught, they talk. Came through dripping on them, I been saucing.
Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another brand new video, and today I'm going to be doing a Topstep prop firm challenge series where I'm basically going to be documenting my entire journey to payout on Topstep. And you guys know, if you've been on my channel for a while, that I am a 7-figure trader, but a lot of my capital is in my personal account. So I have a personal live account with Tradeovate and other brokers that I spread my investments across, and I mainly trade those. But I decided recently that I wanted to do a prop firm related video, since it seems like these videos do a lot better and a lot more people are interested in them, and it seems like these help relate to a lot more other people, since a lot of people don't have the time or experience to build up enough compounding of their personal account, or they don't have enough money from their job to put into a personal live account to compound it to very big numbers like 7 figures. Therefore, they go towards these funded account challenges, pass these prop firms, and get payouts from these prop firms, which is a very good alternative route, in my opinion, nowadays. Back then, people didn't have these prop firm opportunities as much, but now that you have so many different prop firms, you just want to go with the top 3. And me personally, Topstep is definitely up there in terms of so far how it's been going with my past my challenge accounts, and going to be getting these obviously documented to pay out on the YouTube channel. And I'm not entirely sure if I want to do a weekly series for this, whether I want to do weekly trade recaps or account recaps, or if I should do day 1, day 2, day 3 recaps like those. But that'll be ultimately up to deciding for me whether or not I see there's a lot of sustainability in how much I want to really cover in every single day of the account, and how much I can really help you guys out there for free. Because obviously I do have paid content, but I ultimately do also want to provide a lot of free content out there to really help everyone out. So that's gonna be the ultimate goal of this series, and I just want you guys to come along with me. So yeah, basically this is a 50K account, and I decided to choose a 50K account just for fun for prop firms, is because a lot of people can probably relate better in terms of money wise towards how much they need to risk, as well as how much they need to make, and what are realistic profit targets and goals. What is a realistic amount of payout to get each cycle? Okay, so if you guys don't know Topstep, you have 4 times you can request a payout every single month. And I know they've changed that. I believe in the past it used to be 2, but they changed it to 4 now. So there's many rules that will change over time, but you guys just have to really adapt and adjust, honestly. But again, chose 50K account because I felt a lot more people can relate better to that than a 150K. It's a lot more affordable, and it's the most popular account size, obviously, because a lot of people find the value for the amount you're spending the most worth it, which is true. So I had to pass it right here. I'm gonna blur out obviously the account number just for personal information reasons. But you guys can see right here, it says on the top left, it says past. It says my account balance high, current, low, weekly net P&L, best 8% of total profit. They gave me a little slight buffer, as you guys can see right here, to pass in 2 days essentially. So the minimum days you need is typically 2 days to pass. And typically in order to pass in 2 days to meet the 50% consistency rule, you need at least basically around 1.5K profit on both days. So that's basically what I tried aiming for, and I had to lose some trades on purpose so I can get my prop P&L a little bit slightly lower below to meet that requirement right here. So you guys might see some losing trades, so the win rate is slightly off just due to me having to force some losses just to make sure I meet the consistency rule of Topstep, right? So you can see, you obviously see the Start Express Fund Account button in the top right, meaning I've officially passed. I've obviously reached all 3 objectives. Maintain 3,000 profit target reached. Days complete. Winning percent days. So 2 green days obviously. And this is my equity curve essentially for the 3 days or 2 days I was trading it. And then if you want to go down, we'll see this over here where it goes to my stats. This is where a lot of people like to check out, right? It's very cool to see these are my stats essentially for this challenge account. Now, keep in mind, I don't really trade my personal setups, like my best strategy, my private strategy I'm teaching in the course, and to my private course members and mentorship students. Not going to be using that in this documentary series, and the reason is very simple. It's because it's not going to be realistic for a lot of people. right? This how I trade with my experience and time and screen time, as well as strategies I've built and back tested and optimized through thousands of trades that I collect through Excel and other backtesting software. The system that I optimized is very, very optimized, and it performs extremely well. And I didn't want to make it seem misleading trading a 50K account, for example, and getting insane profits, right? Insane, big, massive payouts. I didn't want it to seem too unrealistic or unattainable for most people with a normal strategy. So, of course, I ended up deciding I will use one of my other strategies that I also created personally to basically pass and obviously get road to payout, because these other strategies that I do trade are also strategies that I personally done backtesting on and I have a proven edge with. So from backtesting, collecting data, I know they work over the long run. Therefore, I'm completely fine trading them, and it's not like they're random trades. So yeah, if you guys don't know, I have basically in the course in mentorship, it is my number one strategy, which is the private one. My number one strategy is going to be taught in both the Prime mentorship and the advanced ETU 100 risk reward course. That's my number one strategy, which, like I said, I use my personal live account. I don't use it on really prop firms much, just because there's some other things going on with that. So again, that's mainly on my personal live account to compound the fastest possible. And then the other strategy I have is going to be for swing trading. I have an ETU swing trading strategy that I personally developed as well, and back tested and done multiple sessions with the students on basically how you trade the swing trading strategy and how you implement it. So in the course and mentorship, there's basically 3 different styles of trading you could do, and the first 2 correlate to the private number 1 strategy, which I teach, and it's related to scalping and intraday trading. And all it is really a TP difference, really, to distinguish between a scalping speed of trade duration versus the intraday. And then for the swing trading, that's a whole complete different strategy that I also teach within the advanced course and mentorship. And then I also have another strategy, which is intraday scalping day trading strategy that I recently actually made because I've done a lot of backtesting and noticed that I'm able to optimize my system even further, my overall trading system, if I can identify certain PYs that will not hold over time. And that's something advanced I teach the members that I don't think I've ever seen actually anyone on YouTube talk about. So it's pretty interesting if you haven't really learned and check it out. But that's strategy, the number 3 strategy is mainly built for those situations where I know a supply demand zone is likely not going to hold before anything occurs there. It's basically a fake out, and I take the reverse opposite of the trade. So that's the 3rd strategy system. And then number 4 would be essentially this system here, which is basically one of the not as good systems, but I'm going to be using this system, like I mentioned, because it's very realistic in terms of expectancy or EV value, right? With the average winning trade, average losing trade, you can see the reward to risk ratio is roughly a 1.32, which is a good risk to reward ratio. It's not good, I would say, but it's positive, right? And the winning trade percent is about 67%. It was around, I think it was 71% before I had to basically make some fake losses to basically cover up the 50% consistency rule. So I passed that. So we'll count 67% win rate at about a 1.32 R average, which is still good, by the way. And that's going to be roughly how it's going to be throughout the rest of the account, really, when I'm getting it funded, right? Or when I'm going to be trading the funded account or express account. And here are the 2 days broken down, right? January 24th, I made 1.4K P&L. You can see P&L low, total contracts, commissions, number of trades. This is obviously not 20 and 24 individual trades. I don't take that many trades in a day. I believe Topstep counts open and close as 2 trades. So if you open and close a position, correct me if I'm wrong, by the way. I never really looked at this data too much because I have my own way of collecting data on my own spreadsheet that I have. So I don't look at my Topstep account stats usually, but I'm pretty sure it counts as 2 trades per trade idea. So you just divide by 2, I believe it should be what it is. Average winning trade, average losing trade, winning trade percent. You can always see the first day it was a great 80%, and then the second day it was about a 54%. But obviously with a better risk reward ratio here, you can see almost double, right? And then you can see all these other numbers or stats if you're interested. But second day made a little bit more despite a 50% win rate, right? Risk reward does indeed matter as well. And we can break down really to each asset if you like. This is how gold looked right here. This is how ES looked right here. If this loads real quick. There's ES. So ES was extraordinary for this strategy basically right here. 3 risk reward with 80% win rate. It carried hard. This is right here, Euro USD. Really good risk reward, 50% win rate. And then micro gold. I believe this is one of the random trades I just put in. Yeah, I think this was an accidental trade because I'm not trading micro contracts for this challenge or for the challenge and this series, of course. It's all going to be minis, so that was probably a mistake right there. But nonetheless, that's overview.